So my name is Craig Erickson. I'm an assurance partner, essentially. I've been at WIS just under 30 years. I started back in November of '96. Pretty much homegrown. And that's pretty much, there's not much I don't really do here, so. Yeah, so I guess 3 years ago, I was approached by a colleague to join the Accounting Industry's Leadership Council on Alzheimer's Association. My father was diagnosed just about, I guess it's about seven and a half years ago at this point. He had passed away 2 years ago in July of Alzheimer's, and this individual knew that my father was sick. So there's the industry is a bunch of accounting firms throughout the country that obviously is just trying to fundraise for the common goal, right? And that's to raise as much money as you can for Alzheimer's research. You know, that's really how I got, kind of inspired to get into, the council. And the council's main fundraising event is the Walk to End Alzheimer's. And like I said, that's really the main fundraising efforts. Last year, the council, we raised over just about $1.1 million. Number one, it's the mental aspect of it for both the patient and the caregivers, right? Because you're sitting there and you're watching an individual that you either grew up with or was your parent, and you're watching them deteriorate. Their mind deteriorate in front, right before your eyes. And simple tasks like buckling a seatbelt or eating, become huge chores for them. So that's tough to watch and see. As far as why I guess I jumped into this council, right? Growing up, my father was my world, right? Just as anybody's parents would be, right? He was my best friend. He was my role model, my mentor, which I didn't know at the time, right? Until I got older, right? And once he was diagnosed, and my brother and I, were constant caregivers as well with my mom. We made, as a family, a conscious effort not to put him in a home. When you're with somebody who's, losing, all their memories, to put them in a home, and then they wake up in a home and not know, it's just not familiar surroundings, you can't really explain it to them, right? So at least we were able to keep him, in my mom's house, in their house, and he had somewhat familiar surroundings, even though he didn't, recognize it every day, but it was really important to us. And our kind of family cry now at this point is who's going to be the first survivor, and that's really what the focus is at this point. Is who's going to, how is the Alzheimer's Association is going to step up with all this money and this research? Somebody come up with some sort of a cure, some sort of some sort of medicine to prolong this even longer than it is. So that we can help find that first survivor. And that would be a very special day when that happens. Yeah, so WIS, to me, WIS has always been great. From day one at WIS, it was always a family atmosphere here. The one constant is that WIS never lost that special family bond, right? And one person's struggles is like the firm's struggles. The firm is always there to kind of help support and keep that person up and do what they can. So, to me, all my colleagues and my partners have been tremendous in helping raise money and always supporting me while this was going on. And I would love to see a handful of teams get created from this and, walk in other people's, memories and in their honors if they're still alive and struggling with the disease, because that's, the more people that get involved, obviously, the more money we can raise and kind of put towards this effort for this disease. So it's really important that people understand that it's not just about, it has nothing to do with Team Erickson and my father. It has everything to do with the disease and how do we fundraise enough to get rid of to make somebody else's life a lot better than what my mother and my father went through on a day-to-day basis.